Welcome to another episode of the Pennock Knockdown, a podcast where we explore key tactics and strategies that help businesses move forward. Today, I'm joined by Zahid. He is the CEO of Conzia, and he does a lot of really cool stuff with brands in the e-commerce space. So, Zahid, super excited to have you on the show today.
Happy to be here, Nikki. Thank you so much for inviting.
So, tell us a little bit about what Conzia does.
So, Conzia is an e-commerce agency. We primarily work with Shopify store owners in the UK and the US market. So, what we do is we help small brands scale up. So, we take them from 10,000 per month and we scale them up to all the way to a million and beyond in sales. And we basically take care of everything. So, we are a full service agency. We build up Shopify stores, we build branding, we do social media marketing, ads management, SEO, product research. So most of the brands they work with us, they are doing dropshipping. So we also take care of the sourcing side from China because a lot of brands they import these products from China and then they sell online, either it is Shopify or on Amazon. In summary, Conzia is a full service e-commerce agency that build brands primarily in the UK and the US markets using Shopify and scale them up all the way to 1 million and beyond in sales per month.
That's crazy. So, love that. It sounds like you're really a key ingredient for success for the brands you work with. So, let me get in the headspace of your ideal client for a second here. So, let's say I have a business that, maybe we're making earrings or something. So, I would come to you and say, "Hey, I've got 20 SKUs of earrings so far. We've got some sales going every month. I want your help to basically build and source my assortment and everything to make sure I hit that $1 million in revenue." Is that correct?
That's exactly where we pick up these brands. So the brands who come to us, they are normally in the range of 10,000 to 20,000 per month in sales. It is mostly one person business. So the person is either doing it full time or, like part time. He or she is employed somewhere. And with 10,000, 20,000, he is unable to make, like any big profit. So for them, it is a very small micro level business. So what we do is we take over this store and we allocate approximately 5 to 6 people. So these are really expert people, and one person works on like the sourcing, one person works on marketing, design. We also revamp, redesign complete websites. In most of the cases, when people set these websites themselves, if they are doing 5,000 or 10,000, it's most likely that they have a small store which is not very professional. So with Shopify, you can build a great store without any help. But in order to make it, like really, really good, in order to make it exceptional, you have to have a good design sense. And this is what we take over. So we revamp, redesign the store. And then we sit together with the brand owner. We discuss about where do they want to take this brand in the next couple of months and the next 2 to 3 years. And based on their goals, we take care of complete sourcing from China or from Europe or from any other country. So we take care of the supply chain. If it is drop shipping, we add more products, we add more suppliers. If they are doing private label, like they are importing, so we find them cheaper suppliers, we negotiate the rates. So this is something that we take care of on the supply chain side. And then our experts, they basically scale up the brands. They run Facebook Meta, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, which is together Meta, and also other platforms like YouTube, TikTok, organic marketing, SEO. So we bring more visibility to the brand. And once they start getting orders, we also process their orders. So it is a complete A to Z service that we provide. So theoretically, the person who is managing this, he or she doesn't need to take care of anything. Once the brand starts growing, for example, start hitting 50,000, 100,000 per month in sales, this is the time for the person to get involved into it, right? So maybe the person wants to hire one or two more people in the team and then basically resign from the job and then build a proper business. So we see it once the store hits 50,000 to 100,000 per month in sales. So this is where they start to make, like some money, which is something which is sustainable, like 20-30% margin, somewhere between 10 to $20,000 per month in net profit. And this is the point where these people, like get serious about the business.
And so when they get serious about the business, it sounds like you're saying they might hire some people on their side, but not to replace your team. Your team still works with the bigger brands, and so it's just like more people to consult with within the brand side of the marketing or business rather.
For sure. So some people, they really like their job. They love their job. They love what they do, right? And they want to have this security. They want to have this stable paycheck coming in. They are working for Fortune 500 companies and they are happy about it. So they don't want to jump into this business full time. So this is, like the first type. And in this type, they what they do is they rely, like on VAs, virtual assistants. They maybe hire some people in Philippines or some people in India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, or they get one person based in the US. So this person is basically interacting with us and then getting some basic stuff done. And we still take care of, like the main things or the main tasks. On the other side, we have a lot of people who are frustrated from their jobs because that is why they started this kind of business in the first place. These are the people who want to build up stable businesses. So in that case, we help them build up their own teams. So that means we reduce our head count from 5 people to 3 people initially. So they get 2 more people in their team, and then we start training them. We start handing over the stuff, but we still stay on the strategy side, right? And it's not just Shopify. So if a brand is selling 100,000 on Shopify, we bring them on Amazon FBA, right? So Amazon FBA is completely different kind of animal. It's a completely different game. It's very technical, and then we take care of the other side of the business. So we work with brands wherever they need us, right? So if they want to take over from us, we are happy to hand over this, but it takes time. So what even when the brand is stable, it is making money. So there are a lot of different things that need to be done on a daily basis to make sales. You come from this space, you understand this. Ad optimizations, SEO, order management, sourcing. There are different time zones, the US, UK, and then we have, like China as well. China is a completely different market. So we understand how to source products really, really cheap in China. We have been working with more than 10,000 suppliers globally. So we have all these expertise. So even if people, they jump in full time, they have their own teams, our role is still a very strategic role, and they always need us. And we are happy to, by the way, share the responsibilities. I personally advise people when they cross 100,000, I advise them leave your full-time job, like get into it. This is a stable business model. This is something which you can scale from 100,000 to a million. You make money, we make money.
Yeah, I love it. So it sounds like you probably have some types of service offerings where it is like the full service, but you also do some a la carte things. So if they just need help in certain areas, you do that as well. And I think you alluded to the fact that the brand should have something going on, meaning like some level of business when they come to you. Are you helping any brands from kind of like more of an inception stage, or are you trying to find clients and brands that have already kind of proven a little bit through their own work?
We 30% of our brands now, because we started this a couple of months ago, because we see like there's a huge market alone in the US. Every month there are more than 50,000 Shopify stores they get launched, and they don't have any sales at all, right? So this is just the number in the US, and then we got 10,000 plus in the UK, and we have another 30, 40,000 again in the developed market. So we don't work in any developing countries. For example, if someone is selling in the Asian market, so that is already, like not our market. So English speaking markets, developed markets, yes, we are taking now new customers who don't have any sales at all. And for these kind of customers, in many cases, these are people who will never cross 50,000, 100,000. We know this. They know this, right? So their goal is just to make passive income. So when it comes to passive income somewhere between 10,000, 20,000, and these people tell us as well, they don't want to scale up to millions. They are happy if they, like have another source of income. So we have now packages. So we didn't do it when we started, but we see it's a very big market, and these people need help as well. So we have standard packages for them. For example, a package that covers Facebook, Instagram, marketing, ads management, posting on a daily basis on their social media, and processing their orders. So 5, 6 things. These are the things that a starter Shopify store that is not getting any sales, these are enough for them, right? And once they start getting sales, for example, they get 1,000, 2,000 per month in sales, and then we can upgrade them to advanced tiers. Yes, we do have packages that are very standard. where we don't need to, like get into complicated negotiations. These are just drop shipping products. We find these products, we integrate these products, and then we have standard packages, for example, a store revamp redesign package, and we onboard a lot of these customers as well.
Very cool. Tell us a little bit. I want to go back a ways. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing before founding Conzia and a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah, so my background has been corporate. So I was working in Germany and in international markets. So I come from a cloud computing background. So I was a technical account manager on an account manager that was also involved in business development. So I was very much on the corporate side where I was talking to big companies, their SVPs, and then we were selling cloud solutions on a marketplace where I was working. So these people were having cloud solutions and we were integrating them into a marketplace, and then we were selling these to, like other retailers. So this is what I did, and I did it for a lot of years. It was a stable job where I was working. It was a very big company, but I was completely burned out from all this corporate bullshit. Let's put it in a straightforward way. So I realized this is not like something which I want to do, and I took a decision that I don't want to work for anyone except myself, and I resigned. So this was, like the turning point for me 7 years ago. I didn't have any income back then. Fortunately, someone told me like there is a thing which is called Amazon FBA. I did some research and I realized, okay, so I can import from China. I can import these products in the UK, EU, and US markets, and I can set up my listings on Amazon and I can start selling. So this was the starting point. I failed miserably in the first year. I launched 10 products and no product picked up. And I was about to give up. So whatever savings I had, so that was consumed in launching, testing, like all these kind of products. I didn't know what I was doing. And then one product picked up suddenly. And I remember I still have these numbers in my, like Excel sheets. And in 1 month, the first month when this product picked up, it made me $10,000 in pure profits. Pure profit, $10,000, one product, selling, like crazy on Amazon, every month building $10,000. And this was the point when I realized, okay, so this thing is working. And then I went into drop shipping as well. So at that time, Shopify was coming up and it was not as popular as Amazon was. And I saw, okay, so drop shipping is even better than private label because you don't need to buy any products. You don't need to have this inventory in your warehouse. And then I started selling on Shopify as well. So this was the starting point. Yeah.
What was that first product that took off for you?
Yeah, so it was basically a washing bomb. It was a very interesting product. So nobody was selling on Amazon, and I realized like there were a few sellers, and they had like bad pictures. So this washing ball was basically producing laundry detergent, and people who are having allergies and they don't like the smell of detergent, or people who care about environment. So this washing ball could be used 1,500 times, and this was costing for $1 in China, and we were selling it for $20 to $25. There were no big costs. PPC at that time was costing us, like just 30 to 40 cents on Amazon. And then the listing picked up really, really well. And then we got 1,500 reviews very quickly. So, and then I understood, okay, so this science basically works. Bring reviews, import cheaply from China, put the product in the warehouses in the US, UK, and EU markets. And then we were importing, like tens of thousands of units every month from China. And then this product was selling like crazy. So this was, like the starting point. And then I jumped into some other brands as well. Like I launched a pet brand. I launched home care products, multiple other brands as well. And I then started a software company, which was basically building apps for Shopify and Wix. We still have some apps live. So I have been in e-commerce throughout my career, like once I resigned. So, and then I realized, okay, so agency model is also really, really good because there is no risk there. So you get paid in advance and then you start working. Now I have all intellectual capital. I have 30 plus people. I invest in their training. I invest in hiring. And these are, like our assets. So you can call them our inventory, which I used to have for Amazon. And now we partner up with other stores, and we work with more than 1,000 Shopify store owners globally. 90% of them are from the US. I have now an office and a team in Miami, and then we have one office in Berlin. We got one team in South Asia as well that works closely with the Chinese suppliers, and then that is how we scale up. So all the systems that I have built up, they come from e-commerce. I have been this in this through and through. I also run a podcast where I invite successful CEOs from Shopify. We talk about, like their achievements, and I'm quite happy what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, so I could see it being very fulfilling. Just the systems you've built and the knowledge you have sound fabulous. How are brands finding you at this point?
We have an inbound strategy where we push a lot of content online. For example, we have a community built up 6,300 Shopify store owners just on Facebook. So this has been built up in on Facebook in the last 7 years. So this is one source of our leads. And then we have LinkedIn communities where we have more than 10,000 followers. Then we have now our podcast going live on Spotify, Audible, Apple Podcast, and then there are 10 other different platforms. So we get a lot of inbound leads, not only from brands who are stable, but also from people who are just selling, like 2,000, $3,000 a month, and they want to scale up. So sometimes they listen to a podcast, and I post a lot on social media as well. So it is mostly, if you go on my LinkedIn profile, you will see 2 3 posts on a daily basis talking about small problem, the same things that I had gone through a very difficult time when I was launching. So I post a lot of videos, and then we get a lot of inbound leads. We also have outbound approach, so where we reach out to new Shopify store owners on social media. So this is something we have 5 people that are doing outbound, but we don't do cold email or cold call. We believe in social media. This is working for me. So we have, social media profiles available where we reach out to other store owners. We see, okay, so they have products they are posting on Facebook, and then we send a message. We tell them, okay, if you are interested in a Zoom call, and then we have a team of people where they pick up like a Zoom call, a discovery call, and then we close a deal.
Wow, it's a lot going on. So, I want to go into for a second some of the trends you're seeing, maybe with like the product mix. I mean, I know you're talking about drop ship, you're talking about private label. Like, where are you seeing a lot of success these days? And are there any trends emerging that maybe a average store owner or consumer is not fully tapped into?
Yeah, I think so. I like both business models, private label and drop shipping as well. So, with private label business model, I think I would like the audience to understand both of them. So, also for people who are new, who don't understand how it works. If you want to launch a good product with a private label business model, it can be on Shopify, it can be on Amazon, it can be on any platform like Etsy, or like WooCommerce, BigCommerce, or Walmart. So if you want to do a good private label product, you want to source, it takes at least 20,000 to $30,000 of investment if you want to launch good. So this is a lot of money for someone who has not done it before, right? So that is how drop shipping model came in, and a lot of people became successful just selling drop shipping products. They sold in millions of dollars because there is no inventory. But on the other side, drop shipping is also very, very saturated, and it's very difficult. It's very competitive because everyone is selling it. This is, like the challenging part. But the good news is people who understand a little bit of marketing, they understand, like how to use Chat GPT, how to use Canva, how to make good videos, how to do regular posts consistently, how to, learn what kind of apps are integrated in the backend of Shopify. They can easily make somewhere between $10 to $20,000 in passive income without working with any external agency. And a lot of people who are in our community who listen to my podcast or listen to my shows, they are already doing it, right? So I think the biggest opportunity here is AI now. I think if you can just master one thing, how to write good content with AI, how to make good videos, good pictures with AI, and how to run good ads. And the last thing is how to do good product research with AI. You don't need any external agency. You can easily scale up to 10,000, 20,000, and then it becomes, the game of volumes, how much you can sell, how much you can scale up. On the other side, there are also challenges. So the out of 50,000 Shopify stores that are getting launched in USA alone, 30 to 40,000 will die in 5 to 6 months. So these are people who will give up. Why? Because they don't get any sales, they don't know what they are doing, they just have one theme, they have generic products. So if you want to be successful in e-commerce, you have to go inventory model, which is a private label. So there is no other way that you can provide a good service, a good quality product without having sitting inventory in your warehouse and having the control of your product. So there is no other way. Drop shipping cannot compete that. In order to get there, you have to sell enough that you can afford this. So I advise people, don't jump into inventory based model right away. Don't invest 30,000, 40,000. I have done it for myself. I told you I flopped in 10 products. I was at a point where I used all of my savings. So I was about to give up. So I advise test drop shipping. Even if you want to launch, like small beauty products, test drop shipping or buy in small quantities. Test them first, see what is working, and then move to inventory based model. But there are certain limitations as well. You come from e-commerce background, there are certain products you cannot test with dropshipping. For example, you have a very good formula, you are patenting some technology, or you are patenting, like some vitamin technology or some supplement products. For that, you need to produce your own inventory from the start. But I think these are only 10 to 20% of people we work with. They have their own products, very unique. Rest of them, they are generic products, 70 to 80% drop shipping, or even if they are doing private label, they are everyday products.
Okay, that's really you're just dropping so much knowledge here, so I love it. I guess my final question is around the business and then we'll kind of get to the wrap up is if someone is looking to make some passive income and they want the lowest barrier to entry, I think you mentioned dropship being wonderful for that, but like are there specific product categories that you're just finding be really popular now and you still envision them continuing to grow in the next couple of years if someone were to start and ramp up over that time period?
Yeah, for sure. So I advise people go after products that sell year around, right? So pet products, there is an emotional element. People, like treat their pets as their kids. They can pay a higher price. Go after pet products, and then we have a lot of small products that we can import easily from China. For example, items for your feet, small massage items, small beauty products, not in cosmetics. I don't suggest that you import cosmetics from China. It can, like destroy your brand, you destroy your reputation. But accessories, a lot of small accessories, phone gadgets, like these are evergreen products. They can be used in your everyday life. Home items, kitchen items. These are all the products that are, like evergreen. And on a daily basis, there are tons and tons of products coming up on TikTok. So I advise go on TikTok, see where you find, like most viral videos. So these are videos from people who are using these products. In 90% of the cases, these products are also available on a drop shipping basis. So there are also many other tools like Sell the Trend app, AI-based app that are all also integrated in the backend of Shopify on the Shopify app marketplace, where you can see which products are selling in which numbers. For example, you find a product which is a foot massager. You can see there are 100,000 sales in that foot massager in the last 30 days. And there are 1,000 to 2,000 reviews, and all the reviews are 4.5. So there is no review which is, 1 star. Bam, bam, you can pick up this product, right? This is just one example. Again, you even I have launched like hundreds and thousands of products for a lot of people. Not every product that you will launch will be successful, right? So what you need to do is you need to keep testing. And if you are consistent, if you are testing in a good way, there will be products that will pick up, or TikTok or Facebook algorithm will push your product to certain audiences, and you will start making sales. So even Shopify drop shipping, making $10,000 per month in passive income with Shopify AI is possible. It is not a quick rich scheme again. So you have to go through this process. And on the other side, you need to find best selling products, go after niches that are evergreen, stay away from a few products. Let me tell you, supplements, stay away. Cosmetics, stay away. Liquor, stay away. Because these are highly regulated products, right? Even if you import from China from a very good supplier, you will end up with one complaint, and that can completely destroy the reputation of your brand. So stay away from those products like CBD products or vitamins, anything which is related to your health directly, anything which you eat, consume, or drink, right, into your body. Stay away. Don't go after those products. Other than that, pet, home items, products related to laundry, kitchen items, personal care, for example, gadgets, accessories, phone accessories. These are evergreen products and they are working really, really well, even in tough competition of Shopify.
Great. Well, Sahid, my final question for you is if you were to do it all again, go back to your early days in Germany in corporate doing the technology play, what advice would you give yourself?
I think the best advice I would give is trust yourself. Right. If you are frustrated, if you don't like your day job, you want to leave or you want to build a business, take a decision and start working towards your goal. I think I was stuck in a situation where I did not trust myself for a lot of years, and it took me a long time to start a business that I was just dreaming about. And when I started, I thought it is not like something which is a rocket science. People who are making money, they are not smarter than me. It's all about consistency, trusting yourself and going after your goals.
Love it. All right. Well, you heard everything here from Sahid. This has been a really great episode. I really appreciate the time. Where can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more?
I am very active on LinkedIn. My full name is Zahid Muhammad. First name Zahid, last name Muhammad. If you would put Conzia, Conzia, in LinkedIn, you will find me. Our company website is conzia.com, Conzia. You can also send a WhatsApp message or just send an email, and we will be with you if you need any help.
Wonderful. Well, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Nikki, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.